Hello, today is 25th January 2026, and what do I got myself? A new type of Game Boy Color screen, newly developed, newly manufactured, newly purchased GBC screen, right? So, in front of me, I have three Game Boy Color. The first one, this is the original screen, right? And I of course I have done the refresh. I replaced the screen glass. This is usually the kind of condition that I send to my buyer, right? Whenever they choose a stock Game Boy Color, right? Let's see the screen effect. All right, and how it looks like if we would zoom in, zoom in. There's a light just right behind my camera and still do not get a perfect focus, but that is how original screen looks like. In the middle, we have our usual IPS upgrade screen. So when it is turned off, it is darker. It is darker, just like your power phone. Then turn on, of course, it's much more brighter. Yeah. So that's the IPS screen. Of course, this screen does not look the cleanest while turned off because I have not taken out this this protective layer of film on top of the screen. I haven't tear it off because I may um, place the screen on another unit. Right? So that's IPS, and the show of today is this, right? This is a so-called new screen, and how is it new? First of all, we observe that there are two kind of gap on left and right side of the screen, and that is because the screen is smaller. Yes, you hear that right, right? It is smaller than original one. How can a newly developed screen be worse than the previous? Um, let's so it must have something that is um better, right? So let's turn it on. Before that, while it is off, right? While it is off, it feels like similar to the original one. Yeah, just a tiny bit different. And then it is definitely not like the IPS that's totally black when I turn it on. Okay. Interestingly, it looks like IPS, right? Very bright, and but the trick comes in when I try to adjust the brightness level. I'm looking for the spot where I can adjust. See, let's get dimmer, dimmer, and that is the point where the screen backlight went off completely. So it is just almost just like the original stock screen where there's no light at all. If I turn off the my light, table light, that is even more obvious that this screen does not emit light when we choose to do so. But yeah, so and to turn it on again, totally off. Well, on the IPS screen, that is not possible. Again, brightness is adjustable, but the lowest brightness level is like this, right? There is always backlight. Otherwise, you would come completely invisible, right? So yeah, that's the trick. And for those people who do enjoy the stock screen, but also do need a light during dark environment, I think that this will be a product that fit the sweet spot. Then how about the two gap that's on the left and right, which is really annoying, right? So disclaimer, right? I have not permanently installed the screen on this unit, so it comes with a thicker bristle, as if the GBC bristle, screen bristle is not thick enough, right? So this came with a thicker bristle. So if you install this, it's going to fully cover the gaps, and it looks as if there's nothing wrong with this unit, right? And yeah, there's no shell cutting required, and it is also more how do I say? It is more power hungry. It is more power efficient than the IPS screen, right? So that's about it. There's also another version of this which is much bigger, right? This is 2.2 inch. The stock screen is 2.45 inch, and there's a version of this that is 2.78 inch. So I guess in terms of play experience, is going to be much more pleasant. However, that model does require shell cutting, which for me, most of my shell are original shell, so I'm kind of reluctant to go into that. But if you don't mind using third-party screen, you will totally be fine, right? Using third-party screen, third-party shell plus the large screen area, I mean, the replacement screen, then it's gonna be pretty alright. Alright, so that's a review of the 2026 new Game Boy Color screen. So um, yeah, I'm ready to review a new Game Boy screen every year. Thanks for watching.